to Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the UCLA Bruins, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Bruins will put total leather and we'll get started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. The Cornhuskers offense will take the field first. And Jesse, this offense is built around a guy who could be a generational talent at wide receiver.
This offense is explosive because of that guy. He can take routine catches and turn them into long touchdowns.
Oh, he's got some space. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now on first down from the 28. They'll give it to him again. They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34. This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams, it's brutal. Each and every week, you are going to get tested. So it's important to get off to a really fast start. They've got to come out, take everything they did on the practice field this offseason, and let these guys go play.
Yeah, and you got to let it rip, man, because that's always your first goal, right? We talk about conference championships, winning your conference, and then it gets you to where you need to go. So looking forward to getting conference play kicked off in the Big Ten.
The Huskers look to keep this drive humming. They'll ride the hot hand. Creates a little space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Takes this handoff and head it to the right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle. It's Black. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You can tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
And the Huskers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Grab near the marker. It's Nelson. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. The Cornhuskers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. He's brought down at the 6th, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on 2nd down, on 3rd, you won't have that long to go.
Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on 2nd down. Likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing it.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Touchdown, Nebraska! Quick strike through the air for the score.
I love the aggressive nature in the play calling there. The opening drive of the game, you have an opportunity on 4th down. Obviously, to just kick a field goal, take the lead early, establish some momentum. Instead, they get aggressive. They go for it, and not just get it. They score a touchdown.
And right down the middle. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So UCLA's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. they got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that
There he goes. Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
That's a nice-looking run. That reminds me of Jonathan Franklin, Maurice Jones-Drew, Zach Charbonnet. In recent years, they've had a lot of ability at the running back position. How about this name, though? Little-known fact. The great Jackie Robinson also played running back for UCLA, and you know he's smiling down from heaven watching that last kick.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Back to throw, it's Iamaleava. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Quickly out to the tight end. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
That's really got to make this offensive coordinator feel good calling plays. You get a completion on 3rd down early in the game, and he should be having a lot of confidence now moving forward in this game calling plays.
Safe completion on the screen. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. And the Bruins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Just keeps slinging it. Finds his man. It's Marshall.
Coaches always tell their quarterbacks, you can't go broke taking a profit. You can't always hit posts and bombs deep down the field. If the coverage takes away throws downfield, just take what's underneath and let your receiver advance the football.
Fires to the big fella. Lowers those pads. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just freezed the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a
touchdown, Bruins! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Looking for the tie with the extra point.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
They'll move the tight end. To the air on first down. He hurls one deep down the left side. Makes the catch, and a huge play on the left side.
And, man, he had nobody around him. That has got to be embarrassing for this defense. When you let someone that deep downfield go completely uncovered.
These offensive scripts on both sides have been masterpieces as they are going up and down the field in the first. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Parker. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll hold it and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jumpstarts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football. So much explosiveness and firepower. And we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game. And it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. The give to the back. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Makes the grab over the middle. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
Running into the open space. Turning it on. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Using his feet. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Looking for a man. It's Iamaleava. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Oh, and he just flat dropped it. You do not see this guy do that very often. It'll be fourth down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Looking for a gap. It's Parker. Past the sticks, and he may get more. Makes the stop at the 30, but a big 15-yard pickup gets him out of trouble. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Wants to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Husker! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays.
Breaks into the open. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, UCLA.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. They stop him just a link or 2 short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. The Huskers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
You know, we're only in the first half of this football game, and already this offense has had tons of success throwing the football. The defense has to disrupt his rhythm, and they finally do there, getting the sack. They've given up 3 TD passes. Let's see if they can continue with the pass rush moving forward.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got his man in the middle. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. And they've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback making checks. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Sends it downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And that's a good idea for this defense. I would be covering him too, because he's already had a day's worth of yards. The big play out wide, man, they are finding him, and he's making productive plays. So good job by this defense recognizing that guy's not beating me anymore.
Catch in the middle. It's Bennett. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Huskers will send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. He'll pull it on the read. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's throwing over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Back to throw. It's Iamaleava. Gets it out quickly. Turns it on in midfield. He's loose. He's at the 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Bruins!
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands, right to him, and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Presley. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. They go to the ground. Got the first down and more. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Right back to the well. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. When you're called Corn Huskers, you're like a big red thrashing machine, and you're going to get it done on the ground.
Just going to chew up the ground yards. Just going to eat you up, play physical, be different. And that's what Nebraska fans want. Throw back to the old days, the glory days, and they want some of that here in this recent history.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll run play action. Throws toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Well, you haven't seen a ton of incompletions in this game, and that's good news for this QB. Obviously, he struggled his last game out. Part of that was the defense. Part of that was him not playing as well as he wanted to. But in this game, he really has been, for the most part, locked in, and that is a good sign for this offense.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. The Cornhuskers line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Bruins in a good spot here with second and short. Looking downfield, it's Iamaleava. Grabbed in the middle, it's Cox. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. Got it done in the passing game on the last play. Let's see what they do on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Quick strike complete. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. And the Bruins have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Oh, it's picked off. A rare mistake from this guy. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Shoots it to the left. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
You hear about shot plays all the time. Offensive coordinators love to take deep shots down the field. They plan them. They plan when they're going to do them. And I bet you we'll plan to see a few more throughout this game.
Looking to fire. Right on the money. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the 1st down at the 41. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
This time it's complete. They've got the 1st down, mark it at the 26 in the waning seconds of the half. Gets the back moving. To the air on 1st down. The sure hands, it's Bennett. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Give him 6. Touchdown, Nebraska.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the 1st half. On the ground, it's Cox. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the air, it's Iamaleava. Finds the tight end. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the 1st down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. Don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback.
He's got it inside the 30. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lincoln, but let's just go with notable. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this 2nd half. And with that, back to the Sea of Red and our guys at Memorial Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Huskers will kick it away to crank up the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They start this third quarter, one-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. The play-action fake. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. He got a hand on it and deflected it, but probably just got a bruise off that missile and gave up the completion.
Yeah, not used to handling the revolutions on that football. QB zipped it in there. Nice job getting the deflection, getting your hand on the football. That's what you're supposed to do, find the football, but the offense got the break and got the completion.
Tight end finds a soft spot. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
The Bruins have it with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, the inside give. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Caught behind the line. It's Flores. And the Bruins pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quick completion to the right. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke. Not much room to run.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Looking for a man. It's Iamaleava. Got it in the middle. It's Cox. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Rides the back on the option to give. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And you got to love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
Oh, he can't hang on. Almost had the interception, and this guy makes so many big plays but couldn't come up with that one. It'll be 4th down. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. The lead now trimmed to 28-24. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Pittsburgh came through with a lunch pail hard hat performance, and the end result is an eye-opening road victory. And I guess it's not so much that they won, it's more how they won, and the fact this wasn't ever really in question. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of the...
Oh, he's got some space! And what a huge play for this offense after that great run.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Just another big play for this guy who spent the entire game wide open, couple of touchdowns there, and he moves the sticks again, David.
Yeah, so I'll keep finding him, Reese. I mean, this is a guy that, listen, we're in the second half now. He's already made plays. I know I can trust him, so I'm going to continue to feature him in this.
Got enough space. Touchdown, Cornhusker. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, it's nice to be an offensive coordinator when you have this offense because you can just call a couple plays, do what we need to do, make big plays, go down the field, put points on the board. This offense, man, they put drives together like this. This could be a scary unit.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
That's caught. It's Marshall. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Our coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big third down. Going up top. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. The Bruins will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. Makes a move. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oaks. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Hand off from the shotgun. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
And the Huskers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give to the back. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Melton. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game as a head.
Deep shot for the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover 1, man coverage. And did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage. You jam them. And it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process. And that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT.
They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. And the Bruins can really attack on this second and short. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
Caught over the middle. It's Marshall. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Sweet cut there. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. The Bruins are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
3rd and 1. Everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
His quarterback has been really good today. Has been on top of it, seeing things really, really well. That pass right there put him over the 300-yard mark. That's a pretty good day.
Scanning the field, it's Iamaleava. He's got the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Bruins have taken it inside the 20. He's got it on the run. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. First and goal, and this feels like their chance to give him a finish. They'll try to get it in with the run. And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on 1st down. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. Well, if the momentum hadn't shifted before, it certainly has now.
It has, and now you got some game pressure, right? That's beautiful. Now the defense comes out, get you a stop, get aggressive, but the offense a little bit of pressure now because they know if the ball goes back to the other side, they can lose this ball game.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. There he goes. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late will be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. They'll go to the ground. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
And the running back there did everything that he's coached to do, right? They've got the lead late in this game. You've got to stay in bounds. You're finding yards. It's a positive run, but you're not going out of bounds. Really well done.
The Cornhuskers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They want that clock to run. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
Well, this running back has been the only guy, obviously, who's touched the ball these first 2 plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on 3rd down expecting him to get the ball again.
The Huskers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, the power run here. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
And how about this offense running the football when you know it's going to be a run? Being the more physical squad. And this defense, man, trailing in this football game, still got those 3 timeouts, but they've got to get a stop. They've got to make a stand and start burning those timeouts.
And the Huskers back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Give to the back. Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Nelson. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. He was really bothered by those 2 picks he threw in that loss last week, but he's been much more comfortable, much more certain in this one.
He had the one blunder, the one mistake that he probably wishes he could have back, but did a great job rebounding from that. Listen, having that short-term memory, being able to lead, it is critical at the quarterback position.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looking for room, it's Melton. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. The Cornhuskers trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line.
Well, 2 things you're thinking about here offensively is, 1, you want to take as much time off the clock. But 2, you really want to score another touchdown to make this a 2-possession game.
Touchdown, Husker! And they take it in for 6 more points. That leads a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw. It's Iamaleava. Fires to the tight end. That's some old school, hard-nosed, tough running as he powers his way to the 30. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. To the air on 2nd down. Makes the catch. They'll bring him down, but not before he put people in the spin cycle. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Flores. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Everybody lined up, quickly snapped and spiked to stop the clock.
No gain on the play. Third down coming.
Third down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving the chains impossible. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Firing to the right, complete. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Double time, hustling to the line to stop the clock. Backed up now, here's second and long. Wants to go up top. Finds his tight end. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Well, this defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman-caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
And after the short run, the clock hits 0, and we are all wrapped up here. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but you know, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get just kind of one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports.